Good morning, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share some guidance and pull some cards for this week ahead. That's this week starting Monday the 31st of January through till Sunday the 6th of February 2022. So welcome, I trust you're well. I want to send out an extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. So I'm here super early. I literally just got up today, or here. I'm coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia, in the southeast of Tasmania, which is near Hobart, and which is our capital city, and it is Monday the 31st of January here at exactly 6:13 a.m. So the sun is yet to rise, the birds are waking up. It is beautiful. It is cool, actually. It's quite cool and damp here, and yeah, it's quite nice. It's going to be quite a hot day, I'd say, or quite warm. It's quite clear. So, how are things for you? Welcome. Let's do a quick shout out and then I'll start preparing and we'll pull some cards. So Bertha's here. Good morning, Bertha. Hi, Joe and Chelsea. Good morning, Karen and Carly, and Barb is here. Hello, Sunray and Colette. Good morning, Judy and Bonnie and June. Hi, Linda and Patricia. Serene is here from Kentucky. And Karen's here. Good morning. Hello, Petra. Mercer's here and Donna. And I'm not pulling cards for individuals, but welcome to all the new people watching, because I know only new people would ask such a thing. I mean, no offense, but I don't do, 48 people, a single card for every person, I'd be here all day. So it just doesn't work. So what I'm here is to create a space of connection for us all, and I trust that you've been led here for a reason. So what I suggest is that you take on board what feels right to you and what resonates with you and your life, and let the rest go. What I'll be doing is pulling cards. I'll lay them out here beside me for the whole week ahead, and we'll see what they say. So I'm using my combined, these are decks I created, my combined Speed of Light Oracle cards with my Animal Kingdom Oracle. So there's 110 cards, 55 in each deck, and these have been combined, and I'll be using these for our weekly guidance today, which I do every week, so it's nothing new, but I suppose it is new if you're new to watching. So last week's theme, just to recap while I start to shuffle, last week's theme was purification. So lots of clearing and purging, purifying, clearing out clutter in our body or toxins in our body, in our home space, in our life perhaps. So how deeply did you go in your detoxification last week? Maybe it's still Sunday for you too, because it is early. So maybe you've still got time. You've still got time to cleanse some things out. But we're starting a new week now, so our focus shifts ahead as we shift out of January and into February. So I'm shuffling my cards and I'm holding the intention that I want to find the best cards for the majority of us for this week ahead, starting Monday the 31st of January through till Sunday the 6th of February. Okay. All right, let's see what they are. So I'm going to lay them face down here. Just excuse me for a second. All Speed of Light Oracle. So we've got 7 Speed of Light in a capital L shape. So I'm going to turn them over. Okay, we've got a couple of featured cards. So we'll deal with this one first. This is White Tiger, and here it has further instructions which say to split the deck and take the top card. So I'm going to add an extra card that goes with this card by splitting the deck and grabbing this card. Ah, another featured card. So this is why I keep my split deck together, organised, because this card that goes with it, so we're going to also follow this. It says, take the bottom card from the deck. So we'll just go here. We've got the elephant at the bottom, so that's going to go with those 3 cards. I'll talk about that much later because that's towards the end. And then at the very end, we've also got this featured card, which is sensuality. And up here it says to breathe deeply and choose a random card. So I'm going to fan out, and I'm not really going to think about it. I'm just going to grab a card. We have the the dragon. Oh, so it looks like we're ending the week on a whopper of energy, but we will talk about that when we get there. Let's start with this week, and we've got a card we did have last week. I'm pretty sure. Actually, it came up in her reading last week. I can't remember if it was the weekly guidance. So for today, for Monday, we've got card 26, filters. And filters says beliefs, cancel, delete, clarity, and awareness. So on Monday or early in the week, some of us might find that we see, or we're maybe confronted to see how things really are. So this is very much about taking off our filters, or seeing through the filters, and we could liken this to taking off our rose-coloured glasses, or taking off our glasses that have been distorting how things really are, because everything really is filtered. How we perceive things is filtered through our own issues and insecurities and beliefs and all these things, sorts of things. And sometimes, without being aware of it, they relationships or people, or and it does tend to happen a lot with people around us, we tend to see them through these glasses, these distorted glasses of our own issues. So what we're being encouraged to really consider, or to be aware of as we start the week, is, are we seeing this person that we may be struggling with early in the week, or this situation, or even ourselves, are we seeing these things through as they really are, or are we distorting how they really are to fit with what we believe people to be like, or what we believe this person to be like, or this situation to be? So let's stay aware, especially of any filters that we have, or distortions of how things really are. And this card also brings with it clarity. So it's a very mental card to start the week, especially about perspective. And then we move into Tuesday. And Tuesday we have the support card, card 35. It says comfort, loved ones, and reassurance. Now this card would only come up if we were feeling unsupported and we needed reassurance or comfort, to know that we are not alone, that we will get through this time, whatever it is that we may be dealing with right now. So knowing that we're supported and loved, and to continue to reassure ourselves that we will get through this, is going to be really important, especially around Tuesday. So we might find that we need to step up and be there for ourselves and support ourselves and reassure ourselves that things are going to be okay. And sometimes I find it helpful to remind myself that this situation is temporary. So sometimes we go through temporary situations that are a bit of a challenge, and we might get fed up and agitated about it. But I try and remind myself, look, it's not going to be like this forever. You know, it might be like this for the next few days, or the next few weeks, or the next few months. Sometimes even the next few years, if it's something that has to be gone through. So I remind myself it's not always going to be like this. It's temporary. And that can be real comfort to remind me when I'm feeling that way, to keep perspective. So, might be a bit heavy early in the week. But then around Wednesday, we have this, card 7. So Wednesday, the 2nd of February, card 7, Chakra Activate. It says, upgrade, new level, initiation, and celebrate. There's a cause for celebration by the time we get to Wednesday. So it feels like something shifts, like there's a bit of a heavy feeling, potentially, for Monday, Tuesday, where things may feel heavy and sluggish, and we might feel a bit heavy in our body. But it feels like Wednesday, there's this uplifting energy that wants to come in that suggests that it's a time for celebration. So there might be something to celebrate, something to appreciate around midweek. But this upgrade of energy that wants to come into our life, we're being pulled to the next level. And to be pulled to the next level, we have to be pulled also out of our comfort zone, out of the reality that we've been living in, especially if it's become limiting and confined for us. So to pull us out of that is to really take risks. It's to step out of our comfort zone, to allow ourselves to move to that next level, and perhaps even allow our life to go to the next level, or our relationships. Maybe there's relationships. A relationship for some of us that needs to also go to the next level, or has been calling to do that. So, chakra activate, upgrade, new level, been initiated into something new. Okay, that takes us now down to these guys. So we're looking at Thursday. We've got these 3 cards for Thursday. So these 3 have come up together for a reason. And what I'm going to do is look at these cards separately, and then we'll look at their relationship together. So, the White Tiger. Card 48. It says schedule, routine, adjustment, and management. This card is especially about how we spend our time. So how, especially around Thursday, but maybe something for us to think about is how we have been spending our time. What have we been doing with our time? And what are our priorities may also come up with this card too. So what are our priorities, and how are we spending our time honouring or practicing these priorities? So our schedule and how we spend our time may need assessment, or may come under the spotlight around Thursday. Maybe there is something that calls us to do something in a different way. The birds, the pink and grey galahs, I think they're pink and grey galahs, maybe. I don't know, it flew past too quickly. Happy birthday for the 3rd of February, Alberta. Yeah, so looking at our routine, how do we spend our time? Now, it's going to be linked with these other cards, so let's look at this one now by itself. This is card 45, Turtle Dreaming, and it says serious, clarification, concentrate, and specific. So this card means to get serious. Get serious about our dreams. He's carrying a dream catcher on his back. Get serious about something we may have not been being serious about lately, that's been calling us to be serious about, and take something seriously. Especially if it's something to do with our schedule, perhaps. And it's connected with this card, the Elephant, card 7, that says family commitments. So this is very much highlighting the family energy around Thursday. But there is also this feeling with the Elephant of endurance and going the distance and taking our time and finding a steady sort of pace. So there is movement, steady movement with the Elephant. So with all these cards together, let's make time to get serious about our family and our family's needs. Make time to get serious about our family's needs. That's how I would see that. But maybe for you, one of the cards stood out more than the others, or maybe the whole set's important. But this card on its own, so would be to remind us to get serious about family time. And this one added here is, make time for it. Make time in our routine, our schedule, to get serious about our family time. So let's stop saying that we must spend more time with our family or people that we consider family, or it may be a certain person that we're close to, and let's make time for it. So this feels to be important for Thursday. And then we move into Friday. We've got some really cool cards coming up. Friday, we've got card 27. Lots of sevens, actually. 27, risk-taking. It says journey, unknown, beginnings, and confidence. And the sun is starting to peak on the horizon. Confidence. So this is about taking a risk and following our heart. So it may be stepping into something brand new. It's like new territory. Something we haven't maybe done before, or we haven't done for a long time. And there may be a risk involved. There may be no guarantee that it's going to work out. But we've been encouraged to really consider if we're ready to take this risk to move forward. So there's new beginnings with this card, but there is especially energy around risk-taking. And I mean, any new path that we want to go down, any new chapter we want to open in our life, potentially requires some sort of risk. Putting ourselves out there, maybe financial investment or financial cost. Maybe we don't know how it's going to turn out. But this is reminding us that, you know, it's worth considering taking a risk. What do we have to lose? So, then the weekend. So, the weekend, Saturday the 5th of February. And we have Stepping In, card 16. Matches my top a little bit, doesn't it? Card 16, Stepping In. It says, solo commitment. Test, allow and flow. This is about making a solo commitment. Now, it may be connected with this risk-taking, the start of something new, a new beginning, stepping into the unknown. It may be something we do on our own, or something we need to personally, on a solo level, an individual level, commit to. So this is about making some type of commitment, and it's usually a solo commitment. It's usually something we decide. Now, it could be a commitment to breaking a habit, a commitment to starting something new, or beginning a new hobby, or maybe there's something about to start for you this week that you're being encouraged to find a little courage to step into. So taking a risk and stepping into new things is not comfortable. That's why we're stepping out of our comfort zone. It can be scary, and it does test and challenge us, and it pushes us into uncomfortable areas. So are you ready for that? Because for me, I find that quite fun. It's scary and fun, and I love the adventure feeling that it brings up. So what do you need to step in and make a commitment to, especially around Saturday? It may overlap, Friday and Saturday may overlap together. Then Sunday the 6th of February, we have these two cards together. Now, if you've been watching for a while, you'll probably know that the dragons, there are 5 dragons in in the Animal Kingdom Oracle. 5 dragons, 5 of the elements, and this is the Earth Dragon. And the dragons are the most powerful cards in the deck as far as I'm concerned, from my perspective. So we'll look at that card in a minute. These two have come up together for a reason. Card 46, we'll start with. Sensuality. It says love, breath, relationship, and passion. This is about breathing life into ourselves again, especially after a time of feeling deflated or flat. You know, it's like a balloon. If you've been feeling like a balloon and all the air's just deflated out of you, and you haven't got much energy or much motivation or much feeling of enthusiasm about life, then this card will probably really speak to you. And this is about reinflating yourself again, you know, blowing yourself back up with air if you were a balloon that became deflated. So filling yourself up again with air, but the air representing really life force, passion, excitement, something exciting to wake up for or to most days. So if life has become mundane and flat and just overly stressful for you, and you've been feeling deflated, we'll probably find some really supportive energy to move that, especially over the weekend. In fact, we will say probably even from, well, actually, I'm looking back one card to the one before, probably even from Wednesday, when we have this uplifting energy. It may be like an idea or something that sparks, a potential that shifts in us with this chakra activate, this upgrading card. And then when we moved into Thursday with these, to look at making time to get serious about our family commitments, or even just our endurance. and finding our steady pace and how we're going to proceed, how we're going to move forward. Are we thinking long term, if that's something we can do right now? And then the risk-taking card, stepping into the unknown and then making the commitment. And then, oops, I'm not talking about the dragon yet. And then with this card, reinflating ourselves. So we might feel this brewing from around Wednesday through till Sunday, because the energy seems to be sort of connected here. So we might find that by Sunday, hopefully, we're starting to feel a bit more excited, a bit more motivated, maybe passion-filled or filled with life force again. Like we have meaning and purpose. To me, meaning and purpose is really important because it gives me something to live for. And it's up to me to create that meaning and purpose for myself. So I do that through my artwork, through creating cards, through sculpting, through the work that I do helping in this way, through Temple of Balance, through caring for my family, through playing a musical instrument and connecting with nature. So there are things that are really important to me to help keep me feeling a sense of meaning and belonging in my life, to give me something excited to get up out of bed for in the mornings. This is why I can't lay in bed. I literally cannot lay in bed because the moment I'm awake, I'm like, okay, the day, yes. So I'm one of those really annoying people that gets up at the crack of dawn or before and am excited for the day. I cannot imagine not feeling that. So if you've been feeling flat and deflated and you're lacking meaning and purpose, this week is great for us to potentially tap into that and connect with it and bring it out into our life to reinflate passion again. And it connects with the Earth Dragon. So on its own, this is card 25, and it says physical reformation. This is about physical change. Now, if change, and that word change is a bit scary, we could say physical improvement. This is connecting with our body or with our life, with the things that we experience on the physical. So this is a very physical, earthy card. When I drew this, I imagined this really big dragon that as it walked, it pulled up. So as it brought its foot up, it pulled up the mountains or the hills. And as it put its foot down, it pushed down the valleys. And it was really manipulating and moulding the earth's surface as it walked across the earth. And I felt it happening too in our own life. As things change, things push up, things push down, things reform in our life. And maybe there's something happening at the moment, especially by the time we get to Sunday, that is this reforming, this change, this potential improvement that's taking place on a very physical level in our life. This is very physical. It might be actual changes that are happening in our work, around our home, in our relationships. And now connected with this card, this is about bringing life back into our life, bringing passion and inspiration and motivation perhaps into our physical life. And there is great energy to do that on Sunday, but it's up to us. So let's take some big deep breaths. Let's work on building our connection with ourselves and our life itself by the time we get to the end of the weekend. So how can you do that? There might be some clues in the cards, like looking at our filters, how we're distorting energy, how we're perceiving things, and asking ourselves, is this perception, is this way we see this person or this situation, is this true? Is this true? And we might feel sick. We might feel, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to, but I've been seeing this person in a different way than what they really are. So there is a potential shift in perspective. That is likely a clue. The support card coming in and reassuring ourselves. So reassuring ourselves to pull us out of the doldrums if we've been feeling that lately. And then things shift by about Wednesday. So it's like the energy builds. It's a bit like stoking a fire. And at the beginning, the fire's very low. It's not even really warming us up much. But there is this feeling that as we move through the week that we're going to be stoking this fire And by the end of the week, there is potential to have a really nice, stable, lit fire that's activated before us. It's not threatening to go out. There aren't storms passing in our life that put the fire out constantly. So there is this tending to this fire, tending to our inner passion that wants to come up too as we journey through the week. So we might need to monitor our perspective all week. We might need to continue to reassure ourselves and support ourselves for most of the week too. Just to carry that through and keep that tending to the fire, keep that going, our inner fire. What if that resonates with you, I would be suggesting, or I am going to suggest, that you get out your journal and really think about and explore perhaps in your journal, what does this mean for you? What is your inner fire? How would you define your inner fire? And how alight is your inner fire right now? And we're not doing that to judge, but to observe what is our current state of that inner passion, that inner fire. And if we feel it's a bit low or going out, or we're scared that it's going to go out, or it's too big, if it's out of balance, then what can we do? What steps can we take to nurture ourselves, to ignite things, to get it going, to tend to that flame, to create and establish a nice lit fire that's well alight without being overpowering? So, great energy actually for the week ahead. The beginning may be a little bumpy, but it feels like it's got potential to really elevate. So exciting. Thank you so much for watching. And I trust this has supported you. I am going to pull a theme card in a minute. So before I do, I want to encourage you, please, to hit the thumbs up button if you've liked this video. Please show us some love. Please comment. Please share if you're inspired to. And please don't hesitate to send us a message through our website if you'd prefer to make contact privately. I totally understand. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe button so you can watch my videos every week unless I'm away, which is probably a couple of times a year, and I can't put it on my YouTube channel. All of my weekly guidance and most of my other videos are on my YouTube channel. So if ever, God forbid, you want a break from Facebook, you can always access my videos on YouTube. So Temple of Balance on YouTube, please go check it out if you want to. So we've got coming up, I've got my next card reading club event, club session coming up on Zoom. That's on Friday the 18th of February, so it'll be coming up in a couple of weeks. And also later that day is our next online art class, and we're starting exploring the chakras. So base chakra online art class next month. In a couple of weeks. So you can learn more about them on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. You can learn more about both of my decks here, Animal Kingdom and Speed of Light. Yes. You can learn more about my Animal Kingdom and Speed of Light oracle cards at templeofbalance.com.au. My healing energy cards are still been finalised, so in the next month I should have those finished on the files finished and ready for printing, and then it depends what's happening in the world situation transport wise, and also what's happening with us will depend on when that gets printed. There may be a push or a delay in printing, but I can confirm that in the next month or two. Because there are changes in the air for us here, and printing cards during those sorts of changes are unlikely. So there may be a chance that the healing energy cards are pushed into maybe even July. So, but I just want to make sure I've got my side ready. But anyway, you can learn more about my cards, my books, my pendants, my artwork, my sculptures, lots and lots of things I do here at Temple of Balance. We're turning 17 too in February. You can learn more about what I do here at templeofbalance.com.au. Okay, the best card for the theme. The theme card will help bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for this week, starting Monday the 31st of January through to Sunday the 6th of February. So the best card for our theme is this. Oh, it's an animal kingdom. And it's this. Ah, well, this is good. This is the Ladybug, obviously. The Ladybug, card 31. And it says favourable time. So this has just amplified and lifted up and given good luck, we could say, to all the cards for this week. So this is what I call the good luck card in the deck. So good fortune, good luck, things being in good flow, abundance as well coming through. So this creates this blanket of abundance, this blanket of good fortune, good luck over all of these cards for this week. So all of the cards, and I'll just grab this one as an example, like risk taking that came up for Friday. It says take a risk, start something new. There is favourable good luck energy around this. So everything that's here is now tainted or now blanketed in this good luck energy. So support, reassuring ourselves, it'll probably come pretty easy. So I'm not saying it's going to be a breeze for everybody, but there is this general sense of lightness and flow and abundance with the energy this week. So we might find that the energy keeps moving. Even if we feel heavy, we might just feel heavy for a short amount of time. We're always going to, not always, but we often feel heavy. It's how long we feel heavy for. That can be potentially be the problem. So if we feel heavy, we move through it. And then we move through the energy. So that's this energy that keeps things moving. So it's unlikely we're going to feel stagnant or stuck this week, unless we allow ourselves to, because it is a state that we get into if we feel stuck or stagnant. But the energy is very favourable for moving things. If we do feel stuck or stagnant, let's look at feeling our way through it. And if there's things that we want to do, if there's endeavours or doors we want to open or start, great luck energy around that. A favourable time this week. So let's make the most of our week this week and really use it to help us ignite things within ourselves that have been flat or dormant lately. And see where these new doors are taking us, especially in our physical life. Very exciting. See how you go. Let this be a guide only. And I trust this resonates. Happy birthday, happy anniversary if you're celebrating this week. And I look forward to connecting with you again next week for the weekly guidance and maybe in between for some healing support videos. So take care of yourself and have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.